Hello everyone. Our subject is financial management. So we already start unit number 3, that is capital structure. Clear? There are three parts: part A, part B, and part C. So part A, capital structure; part B, capitalization; C, leverage. Clear? So we already discussed about the meaning of capital structure. Clear? And types of capital structure. So I again repeat, what do you mean by capital structure? Capital structure means mixes of debt and equity. Whenever company have a need of finance for expansion purpose, modernization, replacement, then either company have to select the owner's fund or borrowed fund. So you can say capital structure means mixes of owner's fund and borrowed fund. Owner's fund include equity, preference, reserve and surplus. Clear? Borrowed fund include loan, then bond, debentures. So it is capital structure means mixes combination of debt plus equity finance. Clear? You have to design your capital structure in such a way that will be maximize the profit and minimize the cost, maximize the return and minimize the risk. Clear? So you have to design your capital structure in optimum way. Optimum capital structure or ideal capital structure is that type of capital structure in which there will be a chances to more profit and more profit and less risk. Clear? So today we are going to start about the factors affecting capital structure, or you can say determinants of capital structure. So let's start with the very first one, that is nature of business. Clear? સો નેચર ઓફ બિઝનેસ ફેક્ટર્સમાં તમારે શું લખવાનું કે ક્યારે કંપની ઇક્વિટી સિલેક્ટ કરે અને ક્યારે કંપની બોરોડ ફંડ સિલેક્ટ કરે, ઓનર્સ ફંડ ક્યારે સિલેક્ટ કરે અને બોરોડ ફંડ કઈ સિચ્યુએશનમાં. ક્લિયર? સો ફર્સ્ટ વન, નેચર ઓફ બિઝનેસ. સો whenever you start business, clear, you have to design your capital structure. How much proportion you have to keep owners fund and how much proportion you have to keep borrowed fund. Clear? તમે જે પ્રોજેક્ટ બનાવો એમાં પણ રેશિયો ડિસાઈડ કરતા હોય કે 80% ઓનર્સ ફંડ તો 20% borrowed fund. Clear? So you have to decide the proportion, how much equity means how much owners fund and how much borrowed fund. That will be known as capital structure. So your capital structure decision will be depend on nature of business, કે તમારો બિઝનેસ કેવો છે. Clear? Whether your business generate the regular income or whether your business is seasonal. Clear? So according to your nature of business, your capital, you have to design your capital structure. Clear? The nature of business can have a strong effect on the pattern of capital structure. A business with fixed and regular income can safely rely on means depend on. Clear? Debenture and preference. Factors માં તમારે શું લખવાનું છે કે ક્યારે કંપની borrowed fund ઇસ્યુ કરશે, સિલેક્ટ કરશે અને ક્યારે કંપની ઓનર્સ ફંડ ઇક્વિટી સિલેક્ટ કરશે. ક્લિયર? હવે તમારો બિઝનેસ એવો હોય કે જેમાંથી તમને ફિક્સ અને રેગ્યુલર ઇન્કમ મળવાના ચાન્સીસ હોય. ક્લિયર? તો you have to select debenture and preference share. Why? Because on debenture and preference share, company have to pay fixed interest, fixed dividend, and when company able to provide fixed dividend, fixed interest, if company have a regular income, જો કંપની પાસે રેગ્યુલર ફિક્સ ઇન્કમ હશે, ક્લિયર, તો જ કંપની રેગ્યુલર ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ પ્રોવાઈડ કરી શકે ડિબેન્ચર હોલ્ડરને. ધેટ્સ વાય ઇફ યોર business can earn regular income, then and then you have to select the debenture. Otherwise you have to select equity. Why? Because on equity side dividend is not compulsory. If your company earn profit, then you have to provide dividend. And if your company suffer a loss, clear, then there should be no any kind of burden on company to pay dividend. Clear? Dividend is not compulsory in case of equity side. So with necessity is regular payment of fixed interest and dividend. For example, public utilities. Public utilities means government business. Generally government sector have a fixed and regular income, so they can select the government bonds. Clear? Government securities. So it is, if you have to just keep in mind, if your business can earn regular income, clear, if your business based on having a regular income, fixed income, then you have to select the bond and debenture, because there should be burden. Clear? જો તમે તમારી ઇન્કમ રેગ્યુલર હશે તો જ તમે ટાઈમલી ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ રેગ્યુલરલી પ્રોવાઈડ કરી શકશો. ક્લિયર? And interest is compulsory. Clear? Even if your company suffer from loss, then also you should compulsory provide the interest to the debenture holder. So, but if business is risky and income is unstable, જો તમારી income regular ના હોય, unstable હોય, irregular, clear, then equity share relied on, means you have to depend focus on equity share. If your income is not, તમારા business income irregular હોય, unstable હોય, fix ના હોય, clear, તો તમારે કોના ઉપર ડિપેન્ડ કરવાનું? ઇક્વિટી શેર. શા માટે? કારણ કે ઇક્વિટી શેર ઉપર ડિવિડન્ડ પે કરવું કમ્પલસરી ના હોય. તમારી કંપનીને પ્રોફિટ થાય, then you have to provide dividend, otherwise there should be no any kind of burden on company. So because it is not compulsory to pay dividend on them, on equity share regularly, for example consumer goods sector, તમારો બિઝનેસ એવો હોય કે FMCG product, so there are clear FMCG, fast moving consumer goods, there are variety of products, variety of brands are available, and there should be lots of competition in market, clear. So there will be a chances to reduce your income level whenever new competitors enter into market, clear, then you will lose your customers, so your income will be less, unstable, irregular, clear. So in that situation, if your business having a irregular income, clear, unstable income, then you have to depend on equity share. આખા બધા ફેક્ટર્સમાં તમારે એ જ લખવાનું છે કે ક્યારે તમે બોરોડ ફંડ સિલેક્ટ કરો, ક્યારે કંપની બોરોડ ફંડ સિલેક્ટ કરશે ને ક્યારે કંપની ઓનર્સ ફંડ સિલેક્ટ કરશે. ક્લિયર? તો નેચરમાં સિમ્પલ તમારા બિઝનેસને જો રેગ્યુલર ઇન્કમ હોય, then you have to depend on debentures and preference share, and if your business having a irregular income, unstable income, clear, you are not sure about your income, then you have to depend on equity share. Clear? Then second one, size of the company. This factor affecting capital structure was asked in last 5-year examination of Saurashtra University, so you have to compulsory prepare this question. Clear? Factor affecting capital structure or determinants. So size of the company, for example company which are small size have to rely considerably on the owner's fund, clear, and the such company find it difficult to obtain long term debts. So generally, for example, if your size of company is small, then you have to considerably depend on the equity finance, clear. So here is, such company find it difficult to obtain long-term debts. Large companies are generally considered to be less risky by the investor. Therefore, they can issue different types of securities. Clear? So here is generally, for example, if size of company is small, then you have to depend on only one type of sources of fund, that is owner's fund or equity share. But if your size of company is big, large, clear, then as an investor also, clear, they always prefer to make investment in large size of company, clear. So large size company can issue different types of security according to their choice, clear. Why? Because large company already considered as a less risky from the viewpoint of investor, clear. So they collect their fund from the different sources. There are various sources we already discussed, owner's fund and borrowed fund. Simply you have to keep in mind, if your size of company is small, then you have to depend on only one source, that is owner's fund, or you can say equity, clear. And if your size of company is large, clear, then you have to use different securities, different sources of fund according to your choice, clear. So they are in better bargaining position and get funds from the source of their choice, clear. If your size of company is big, large, then you can use more than one sources. You can use equity plus preference plus debenture. Why? Because if your size of company is large, then it will be considered as a trustworthy, less risky from the viewpoint of investor, clear. Then third one, capital market condition. Capital market condition. So here is during boom period the investor will go for equity share with the expectation of high dividend, clear. There are two type of capital market condition, boom period and recession. Generally in boom period, prices continuously increasing, So investor prefer to make investment in equity share. Why? Because during boom period there will be a chances to earn good profit. ક્લિયર, કંપનીને વધુ પ્રોફિટ થવાના ચાન્સીસ હોય બૂમ પીરિયડમાં. તો જો કંપનીને વધુ પ્રોફિટ થાય તો કંપની can able to provide higher rate of dividend to their equity shareholders. So with the expectation of high dividend, investor wants to prefer to make investment in equity share during the boom period. But in the time of depression એટલે recession, મંદી, continuously price reducing, they will look more safety than high income. તમે ઇન્વેસ્ટર હોય તો ડિપ્રેશન પીરિયડ માર્કેટમાં ચાલતો હોય તો તમે શું પ્રિફર કરો? યોર સેફટી ઓફ યોર ઇન્વેસ્ટમેન્ટ એઝ કમ્પેર્ડ ટુ ઇન્કમ. ક્લિયર? will be willing to invest in debenture rather than equity. So ordinary share, which is also known as equity share, should be issued during boom period, while debenture and preference shares should be issued in the time of depression. So there are two type of capital market condition: boom period and recession. Generally in boom period, clear, investor wants to make investment in equity share. That's why company have to issue equity share during boom period. કારણ કે boom period માં કંપનીને there would be a chances to earn good profit, so company can able to provide higher rate of dividend to the shareholder. અને dividend છે ઈ interest છે, dividend છે, આ બધું investor માટે શું કહેવાય? income. clear? and company માટે expense. But during the recession period હોય તો as a investor તમે શું prefer કરશો? Your safety of your investment. Clear? So you have to make investment in debentures. Why? Because whether company earn profit or loss, it doesn't matter. Clear? Company have to compulsory pay fixed interest, so it will be considered as a fixed regular income for the shareholder. Debenture holder. That's why during the depression you should prefer debenture and preferences. So company have to issue debentures during the time of depression. Clear? Then stability of earning. So again, stability of earning we already discussed. If your business income earning is regular and steady, then preference and debenture can be selected. And if, for example, if earning, clear, so generally here is public utilities company. Here is if the earning are regular and steady, જો તમારી income stable હોય, clear, then preference shares and debenture can be issued. Why? જો તમારી income regular હશે, business ની income, તો જ તમે regular fixed interest provide કરી શકવા capable હશો. clear? તમારી income જ irregular હશે, then you cannot capable enough to pay regular interest. And it definitely, if you are not timely pay interest, clear, if you are not able to timely pay dividend, then it automatically affect your credit worthiness, reputation in the market. Clear? So generally public utilities, government sector raise finance through fixed interest bearing security. Fixed interest bearing security નો meaning શું થશે? Fixed interest bearing security એટલે કે કંપનીએ fixed interest provide કરવાનું. કંપનીને profit થાય કે loss થાય, it doesn't matter. clear? If company issue debentures, bond, preferences, તો આ બધામાં interest કેવું હશે? fixed. So that's why it's fixed interest bearing security such as bond, debenture. On other hand, earning of company like consumer goods sector, clear, તમારો બિઝનેસ FMCG પ્રોડક્ટ નો હોય તો તેમાં ડેઈલી નવી પ્રોડક્ટ લોન્ચ થતી હોય, so there will be a more stiff competition in market. clear? So your income will be unstable whenever new product launch in the market. clear? Then consumer always prefer to purchase new product, latest product, especially FMCG, fast moving consumer goods. So you will not sure about your income. clear? So there should be unstable, irregular income. Therefore they have to depend on equity share. જો તમારી income stable ના હોય, regular ના હોય, then you have to issue equity share. શા માટે? કેમ કે equity share ઉપર dividend pay કરવું compulsory નથી. So there should be no any kind of burden on company. clear? Then capital requirement. Fifth one, capital requirement. So for example, this is about the types of security. Security means equity share, preference share, bond, debentures, આ બધું શું કહેવાય? security, instrument. clear? So decision about the types of security to be issued should be taken in the context of overall capital requirement of the company. If small amount of capital is needed, then only one type of security such as equity share can be issued. જો કંપનીને કેટલી કેપિટલ રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ છે એના બેઝ ઉપર તમારે સિક્યુરિટી ડિસાઈડ કરવાની, ઇન્સ્ટ્રુમેન્ટ ડિસાઈડ કરવાની. જો સ્મોલ અમાઉન્ટ કેપિટલ જો સ્મોલ અમાઉન્ટ ફાઇનાન્સની જરૂર હોય, ક્લિયર, less finance ની જરૂર હોય તો company have to issue only owners fund, that is equity share. But if large amount of capital is required, it will be necessary issue different types of security. જો small less amount ની જરૂર હોય તો company have to rely on equity share, and if large size of capital is required, large amount of capital is required, then company can use different types of security, equity, preference, bond, debentures, clear. Then retaining control. So here is again retaining control. Retaining control means, for example, જો company ને additional money ની જરૂર હોય for future expansion, future diversification, future modernization, clear. If company having a requirement of additional finance, and if company raise their finance with the help of equity share, then control power should be distributed among new shareholder plus existing shareholder. Clear? Why? Because only equity shareholder have a voting right. Clear? So they can interfere in the management of the company, they can participate in the management of the company. Clear? But if company having a requirement of additional finance, જો company ને additional money ની જરૂર હોય, અને additional money if company raise with the help of debentures, bond, clear, then control power should not be distributed, it remain with the existing management only. Why? Because new debenture holder, new preference shareholder, new bond holder have no voting right, only equity shareholder have a voting right. Clear? So if debenture holder have no voting right, so they cannot interfere in the management of the company. So બધો control power કોના હાથમાં રહેશે? Existing management. Clear? So when the existing management wants to retain control in their hand, existing management એવું ઈચ્છતી હોય કે બધો control પોતાની પાસે જ રહે, they will issue less equity share and raise more fund through preference share and debenture. Clear? હવે જો તમારે કંપનીને સિમ્પલી મનીની જરૂર હોય અને એક્સ્ટ્રા તમે ઇક્વિટી શેર ઇસ્યુ કરો તો કંટ્રોલ પાવર ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુટ થઈ જાય એક્ઝિસ્ટિંગ શેર હોલ્ડર પ્લસ ન્યૂ શેર હોલ્ડર. હવે કંપનીને મનીની જરૂર હોય અને ડિબેન્ચરથી રેઝ કરે, ડિબેન્ચર ઇસ્યુ કરે તો ડિબેન્ચર હોલ્ડરને વોટિંગ રાઇટ ના હોય. ક્લિયર? સો દે કેન નોટ ઇન્ટરફિયર ઇન ધી મેનેજમેન્ટ. સો બધો કંટ્રોલ પાવર કોના હાથમાં રહેશે? એક્ઝિસ્ટિંગ મેનેજમેન્ટ. ક્લિયર? એટલે એક્ઝિસ્ટિંગ મેનેજમેન્ટ એવું ઈચ્છતી હોય કે કંટ્રોલ પાવર પોતાના હાથમાં જ રહે, તો લેસ ઇક્વિટી શેર ઇસ્યુ કરવાના અને મોર ફોકસ ઓન debenture and preference share. Clear? So since preference share and debenture have no voting right, so more fund can be raised through their issue. Clear? Then nature of asset of the company. This question you have to compulsory prepare. Clear? It will be it was continuously asked in Saurashtra University examination last 5 years. Clear? Nature of asset of the company. If company does not possess any kind of fixed asset of high value, therefore it cannot mortgage its assets. Clear? It cannot issue debenture. Generally તમે debenture કે bonds issue કરો એમાં તમારે mortgage means security આપવાની જરૂર પડે. Clear? If company issue the debenture, then company have to mortgage their fixed asset to the debenture holder. Mortgage means generally secured debenture. Clear? We already discussed about types of debenture, secured and unsecured. Secured debenture means mortgage debenture. If company issue the secured debenture, company have to mortgage their asset to the debenture holder. In future, if company cannot able to provide interest regularly, then debenture holder have a right, authority, power to sell out the property in market. Clear? And recover the outstanding balance. કંપની જો સિક્યોર ડિબેન્ચર ઇસ્યુ કરે તો કંપની પોતાની ફિક્સ અસેટ કોને આપવાની? ડિબેન્ચર હોલ્ડર. અને જો કંપની ફ્યુચરમાં ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ પેમેન્ટ ના કરી શકે તો ડિબેન્ચર હોલ્ડર પાસે ઓથોરિટી હોય ટુ સેલ આઉટ ધી પ્રોપર્ટી and recover the outstanding remaining amount. Clear? So similarly, if the value of company's asset is subject to wide fluctuation, it will not be advisable to issue debentures. Clear? So જો તમારી પાસે fixed asset હોય, then and then you have to prefer debenture. If your company does not possess the fixed asset, then company cannot able to provide mortgage. Company can તમારી પાસે fixed asset નહીં હોય company પાસે. Clear? So company cannot able to provide security mortgage, so company cannot able to issue the debenture. And if company's asset is widely fluctuates and continuously value increase and decrease, then also it will not be advisable to issue debenture. Company will have to rely on means focus on, depend on, clear, equity share. In short, તમારી કંપની પાસે જો ફિક્સ અસેટ હોય, ક્લિયર, then you can issue debenture, કારણ કે debenture માં mortgage security આપવાની જરૂર પડે. Clear? Why? Because it will be considered as a borrowed fund. So if your company having a no fixed asset, then you cannot able to provide mortgage or security charge on asset. Clear? So you cannot issue debenture. જો તમારી પાસે asset હોય, clear, then you can issue debenture. But if your company having a no fixed asset, clear, then you cannot able to provide security mortgage. So you have to depend on equities. Then attitude of the investor. Attitude of the investor. Attitude means generally there are two type of attitude: risk takers and risk avoider. Clear? There are two type of attitude: risk takers and risk avoider. Bold investor, clear, and cautious investor. Bold એટલે risk takers અને cautious એટલે risk avoider. So bold investors એમાં investment કરવાનું prefer કરશે equity share. Clear? Risk takers, equity share is considered as a riskier investment as compared to bond and debenture because dividend is not compulsory. And second thing, at the time of winding up or shutdown, company first have to pay debenture holder, then preference shareholder, and if part of profit is remaining, then company at last company have to pay equity shareholder. That's why making investment in equity share is considered as a riskier investment. Clear? And debenture is considered as a safe investment. Why? From the viewpoint of investor, because if company earn profit or loss doesn't matter. Clear? Company have to pay fixed interest, so there will be a fixed regular income for the investor. And second thing, also at the time of winding up or shutdown, જ્યારે company બંધ થાય, liquidation થાય company, at the time of winding up, company first have to pay debenture holder priority. Clear? So there is a diversity. Investor prefer safety. જો તમે safety prefer કરતા હોય તો to meet this their needs, debenture and preference shares should be issued. If you are risk avoider and always wants to safety of your investment, then you should make investment in debenture and preference share. કારણ કે debenture પર તમને fixed regular income મળશે. Company ને profit થાય કે loss થાય, that doesn't matter. Clear? Company have to pay fixed interest. Some investor prefer high income, so to meet their needs. હવે જો તમે high income prefer કરતા હોય, clear, high income હોય સાથે સાથે high risk પણ હોય. Higher the return, higher the risk. Lower the return, lower the risk. Clear? So investor prefer high income. Generally equity share માં કેવું હશે, if company earn good profit, then company have to provide higher dividend, so higher income for the shareholder. If company suffer from loss, then company cannot provide dividend. Clear? So to meet their needs, equity shares should be issued. So generally there is equity share suited for the bold and venturesome investor. Equity share કોને suited કરશે? Bold and venturesome means risk takers. Clear? And debenture is suited for cautious investor. Cautious means risk avoider. Always prefer to safety of their investment. Clear? So you have to make investment in debenture. Then taxation policy of the government. So when the rate of tax on companies' profit are very high, they prefer issue debenture because debenture is regarded as a tax debt and hence interest on it considered as a deductible expenditure. Generally, tax ban we've already discussed in sources of finance. Clear? About equity share, features, advantage, disadvantage, debentures na features, any advantage, disadvantage we've already discussed. So here is tax benefits available છે only debenture. Clear? Interest paid on debenture, interest paid to the debenture holder is considered as a tax deductible expense. Company જેટલું interest pay કરશે એટલો company એ tax ઓછો ભરવાનો. Clear? So if tax rate is high, company have to prefer debenture. Clear? therefore issuing debenture, they can reduce their tax liability, tax burden, and pay high rate of dividend to the equity shareholder. જ્યારે ટેક્સ રેટ હાઈ હોય ત્યારે કંપનીએ શું સિલેક્ટ કરવાનું? ડિબેન્ચર, કારણ કે interest paid to the debenture holder is considered as a tax deductible. કંપની ડિબેન્ચર ઇસ્યુ કરે તો કંપનીએ કમ્પલસરી ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ પે કરવું પડે. Interest is considered as expense for company, clear? And if your expense will be high, it means you have to pay less tax to the government. So tax benefit is available only one security that is debenture, clear? Then legal restriction. So simple here is legal restriction means you have to follow the rules and regulations of the SEBI. If you issue equity share, preference share, bond, debenture, and if your company registered under the National Stock Exchange or Bombay Stock Exchange, then you have to compulsory follow the rules, regulation, terms, conditions, and guidelines of the SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India. What do you mean by SEBI? So SEBI is one type of regulatory or controller body which design various rules and regulations to protect the right of the investor, clear? To create the ethical environment in the stock market. The company have to comply with the legal provision means rules, regulation. Comply means to fulfill. Clear? To comply means to fulfill various legal provision regarding different types of security. So in India, company were required to law to seek permission of controller of capital issues if they wanted to issue capitals rupees 100 lakhs or more according to Companies Act, clear? Then in case of banking, company have to compulsory follow the rules and regulation of Banking Regulation Act 1949. In short, you have to follow various rules. CCI here is controller of capital issue. Clear? Is also here is controller of capital issue, CCI. CCI is also one type of regulatory body, controller body which design various rules and regulation for various companies. Clear? Listed company or registered company. Listed company કોને કહેવાય? જેનું રજિસ્ટ્રેશન થયેલું હોય either National Stock Exchange or Bombay Stock Exchange. They have to compulsory follow the rules and regulation of SEBI. And banking company have to compulsory follow the rules and regulation of Banking Regulation Act 1949. In short, you have to follow the legal rules and regulations. Then credit standing of the company. Credit standing means reputation, credit worthiness, clear? Firm having a strong credit standing in the market can raise fund from the source of its choice. હવે તમારું reputation marketમાં સારી હોય, clear? And if your company is considered as an old company from the viewpoint of investor, clear? And if your reputation, credit standing is good, then you can use any type of sources according to your choice, according to company's choice. Company પોતાની choice મુજબ according to company's choice, clear? Different security select કરી શકે. If your reputation is strong, reputation is good in the market, clear? On other hand, if one having a weak credit standing position, weak credit standing means not good financial position, weak, new company, clear? Or you can say financial position is not strong, clear? As they get fund from wherever it is available. તમારી reputation marketમાં સારી ના હોય, financial position સારી ના હોય, and your company is considered as a new company from the viewpoint of investor, clear? તો તમારે you have to accept the fund from wherever it is available. જ્યાંથી fund મળે ત્યાંથી accept કરી લેવાનું, clear? જો તમારી કંપનીની reputation માર્કેટમાં સારી ના હોય તો, અને credit standing સારી હોય, reputation સારી હોય, financial position સારી હોય, તો you can use sources of finance according to your choice. But હવે તમારી market position સારી ના હોય, reputation સારી ના હોય, your reputation is not good, clear? Your financial position is weak, then you have to accept the fund. Fund means finance from wherever it is available. જ્યાંથી finance મળે ત્યાંથી accept કરી લેવાનું. Why? Because your reputation, your credit standing, your financial position is weak, clear? Then last one, purpose of financing. Last one, purpose of financing. Purpose means objective, clear? There are two type of objective. Here is that is productive purpose and non-productive purpose. What do you mean by productive? Productive purpose means main objective is to earning a profit, earning a income. And non-productive purpose means to social welfare activity, human welfare activity, like provide free of education, provide free of healthcare, medical care facility, road transportation facility. Clear? આ બધાને શું કહેવાય? નોન પ્રોડક્ટિવ. સો ધેર આર ટુ મેઇન પર્પઝ, પ્રોડક્ટિવ એન્ડ નોન પ્રોડક્ટિવ. પ્રોડક્ટિવ મીન્સ તમારો ઓબ્જેક્ટિવ શું હોય? અર્નિંગ અ મેક્સિમમ પ્રોફિટ. અને નોન પ્રોડક્ટિવ એટલે સોશિયલ વેલફેર એક્ટિવિટી. The purpose of financing also affect the capital structure of the company. In case of funds means finance are required. Say for example, purchase of new machinery, the company can afford to raise fund by issue of debenture. હવે તમારો પ્રોડક્ટિવ પર્પઝ હોય, પ્રોડક્ટિવ પર્પઝ એટલે ઇફ યુ વોન્ટ ટુ પરચેસ લેન્ડ એન્ડ બિલ્ડિંગ, પ્લાન્ટ એન્ડ મશીનરી, તો આ લેન્ડ એન્ડ બિલ્ડિંગ, પ્લાન્ટ એન્ડ મશીનરી તમે શેના માટે પરચેસ કરતા હોય? ટુ અર્ન પ્રોફિટ, ટુ અર્ન ઇન્કમ. ક્લિયર? એમાંથી તમને ઇન્કમ થવાના ચાન્સીસ છે. તમે લેન્ડ એન્ડ બિલ્ડિંગ પરચેસ કરો, new technology purchase karo, plant and machinery purchase karo, so there will be a chances to earn income, there will be a chances to earn profit. Clear? So in that situation you have to raise finance with the help of debenture. કારણ કે જો તમારી ઇન્કમ રેગ્યુલર હશે, જો તમને પ્રોફિટ થવાના ચાન્સીસ હશે, then and then you can capable enough to provide regular interest to the debenture. This is because company will have a capacity to pay interest on debenture out of profit, so on. એટલે productive purpose નો meaning શું થાય? કે there will be a chances to earn profit. If there will be a chances to earn profit, then and then company can provide regular fixed interest to the debenture holder. So જો તમારો objective profit હોય, profit making નો હોય, income નો હોય, clear, then you have to issue debenture. On other hand, if funds are required for non-productive purpose, non-productive purpose એટલે એક તો you have to keep in mind there are two purpose, productive purpose and non-productive. Productive માં તમને income થવાના chances હોય, profit થવાના chances હોય, so you can capable enough to provide interest to the debenture holder, so you have to issue debenture. Simply. Clear? Then second one, if your purpose is non-productive એટલે social welfare activity, human welfare. Clear? Provide free of education, તમે free of education આપો તો એમાં ઇન્કમ થવાના ચાન્સીસ નથી. free of medical care facility આપો, free of health care facility આપો તો એમાં તમને ઇન્કમ થવાના ચાન્સીસ નથી. so your income remain unstable or irregular, so you have to depend on equity. સિમ્પલી તમારે એક જ વસ્તુ યાદ રાખવાની, જો તમારી બિઝનેસની ઇન્કમ રેગ્યુલર હોય, ફિક્સ હોય, તો તમારે ડિબેન્ચર ઉપર ફોકસ કરવાનું. ને if your income is irregular or unstable, then you have to depend on equity. ડિબેન્ચર ક્યારે? તમારી ઇન્કમ રેગ્યુલર, કંપનીની ઇન્કમ જો રેગ્યુલર હોય તો કંપની હેવ ટુ ફોકસ ઓન ડિબેન્ચર. વાય? કારણ કે જો તમારી ઇન્કમ રેગ્યુલર હશે, then and then company can capable enough to provide regular interest to the debenture holder. તમારી ઇન્કમ ઇરેગ્યુલર હશે, અનસ્ટેબલ હશે, ક્લિયર, then you have to prefer equity share. શા માટે? કારણ કે your income is irregular. Clear? So here is you have to prefer equity share. Why? Because in equity share dividend is not compulsory. તમારી કંપનીને પ્રોફિટ થાય તો dividend provide કરવાનું, otherwise there will be no any kind of burden on company. So non productive એટલે social welfare. Clear? Providing more welfare facility to the employees, such as construction of school, hospital building for companies employees children. So company should raise fund by issue of equity. Simply, there are two purpose, productive purpose and non-productive purpose. Productive purpose no meaning શું થશે? Your main objective is earning income, your main objective is earning profit. So in that situation you can capable enough to provide regular fixed interest to the debenture holder. એક તો debenture ઉપર fixed and compulsory interest હોય. Clear? કંપનીને પ્રોફિટ થાય કે લોસ થાય, that doesn't matter, company have to provide fixed interest to the debenture holder. So જો કંપનીની ઇન્કમ રેગ્યુલર હોય, કંપનીનો મેઇન ઓબ્જેક્ટિવ પ્રોડક્ટિવ પર્પઝ હોય. પ્રોડક્ટિવ એટલે કે there will be a chances to earn profit. Clear? Main objective is to earning income For example, if you purchase new machinery, new technology, land and building, આ બધું purchase કરો તો એનો main objective શું હોય કે earning income. So you have to focus on debenture because from the income, from the profit, you can capable enough to provide regular interest to the debenture. અને તમારો મેઇન ઓબ્જેક્ટિવ નોન પ્રોડક્ટિવ એટલે સોશિયલ વેલફેર. ક્લિયર? તો એમાં તમારી રેગ્યુલર ઇન્કમ થવાના ચાન્સીસ નથી. યોર ઇન્કમ will be unstable, irregular, so you have to focus on equity share. Clear? Why? Because in equity share dividend is not compulsory, so there should be no any kind of liability, no fixed burden on company. Clear? Whenever company issue the equity share. So this is the fact, these are the factors. Clear? These are the factors of capital structure, factor affecting capital structure, or you can say determinants of the capital structure. Clear? So here is, this question was compulsory asked in Saurashtra University. Clear? So you have to compulsory prepare this question. First question we have to complete types of capital structure, and second one a factor affecting capital structure. One question is remaining, that is features of ideal capital structure. We will discuss in next lecture. Clear? So I again repeat, what do you mean by capital structure? Capital structure means mixes of own capital plus debt capital, mixes or combination of owners fund plus borrowed fund. Clear? Owners fund include equity, preference, reserves and surplus, share premium. Debt include debenture, loan, bond. Clear? So you should design your capital structure in such a way that will be maximize the return and minimize the risk. Clear? So this is the, so we have to complete second question today, that is factor affecting capital structure, and you have to compulsory prepare this question. Clear? So if you have any doubt or queries, factors માં તમારે શું લખવાનું, ક્યારે કંપની ઇક્વિટી શેર સિલેક્ટ કરશે, ક્યારે કંપની ઓનર્સ ફંડ સિલેક્ટ કરશે, અને ક્યારે કંપની બોરોડ ફંડ સિલેક્ટ કરશે. ક્લિયર? So if you have any doubt or query, then you can message me. Clear? Thank you.